discovering Muse's role in the Marvel Universe. Hey there, Marvel fans! Welcome back to our channel where we dive deep into the vast and thrilling world of Marvel Comics. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our awesome content. Today, we're shining a spotlight on one of the most enigmatic and chilling villains to ever haunt the streets of Hell's Kitchen, Muse. Not ringing a bell? Well, get ready, because this is a character who brings a whole new level of creepiness and intrigue to the Marvel Universe. Muse isn't your typical bad guy with a world domination plan. Nope, he's a twisted artist whose canvas is crime itself. From mysterious origins to mind-bending confrontations with our favorite heroes, Muse has left an unforgettable mark on the Marvel storyline. In this video, we'll explore everything there is to know about Muse, his dark beginnings, uncanny abilities, significant story arcs, and the lasting impact he's had on both characters and fans alike. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's dive into the shadowy world of Muse. Origin and background of Muse. Alright, let's kick things off by delving into the mysterious origins of Muse. He first appeared in Daredevil Vol. 5 No. 11 back in 2016, brought to life by the creative minds of writer Charles Soule and artist Ron Garney. From the get-go, Muse was a character shrouded in secrecy. No one knows his real name, where he came from, or what drives him to commit his horrifying acts. This lack of a backstory only adds to his eerie allure, making him one of the most enigmatic figures in Marvel Comics. The creators wanted to introduce a villain who wasn't just another muscle-bound baddie or a scheming mastermind. They aimed to craft a character that would challenge Daredevil on a psychological level, forcing him to face moral and ethical dilemmas. Muse is portrayed as a twisted artist with an obsession for creating art through his crimes. He doesn't just commit offenses for personal gain or out of spite. He genuinely believes he's contributing to the cultural landscape with his grisly masterpieces. Imagine someone using crime scenes as their canvas and victims as their medium. Yeah, it's as creepy as it sounds. Muse's artworks are disturbing displays that send chills down the spine of anyone who encounters them, including superheroes. One of the most unsettling aspects of Muse is his complete detachment from the horror of his actions. He sees himself not as a villain, but as a visionary pushing the boundaries of artistic expression. This warped perspective makes him unpredictable and extremely dangerous. By introducing Muse, Marvel tapped into themes of obsession, the blurred lines between art and morality, and the consequences of unchecked creativity. He's a reflection of how passion can become perverted when it loses touch with humanity. In a universe filled with gods, aliens, and superpowered beings, Muse stands out because his terror is rooted in a twisted version of the human experience. And that's what makes him so compelling and terrifying as a character. Powers and abilities. Now let's talk about what makes Muse such a formidable foe. He may not be an alien warlord or a tech genius billionaire, but don't let that fool you. Muse is not someone to be underestimated. First off, Muse possesses enhanced strength, speed, and agility. This means he's faster and stronger than the average person, allowing him to perform incredible physical feats. Whether he's scaling buildings or evading capture, his physical abilities give him a significant edge. Muse has extraordinary sensory perception. Some might even say his senses rival those of Daredevil himself. This heightened awareness allows him to navigate environments and anticipate dangers with uncanny precision. Perhaps one of the most disturbing traits is his high tolerance for pain. Muse can endure injuries that would incapacitate others, making him relentless during confrontations. He won't back down easily, which poses a serious challenge for anyone trying to stop him. Then there's his artistic genius. While not a superpower in the traditional sense, his creativity is intrinsic to his identity. Muse sees patterns, symbolism, and meaning where others see only chaos. His crimes are meticulously planned and executed with an artist's flair. This twisted artistry isn't just for show, it's a psychological weapon. Muse uses his creations to send messages, instill fear, and manipulate both his victims and pursuers. It's all part of a grand design that only he fully understands. Combining his physical abilities with his warped mind makes Muse a unique and dangerous adversary. He's not just fighting battles with fists, but also waging war on the psyche of his opponents. Facing off against Muse isn't just about stopping a criminal. It's about confronting a nightmare that challenges the very concepts of right, wrong, and justice. Significant story arcs involving Muse. Time to dive into the key story arcs that cemented Muse's place as one of Marvel's most unsettling villains. Get ready, because these tales are as gripping as they are chilling. The Dark Art Storyline. Our main focus is the Dark Art storyline from Daredevil Vol. 5 issues number 10 to 14. This is where Muse truly makes his mark, literally and figuratively. In this arc, Hell's Kitchen is terrorized by a series of gruesome artworks that start popping up all over the city. But these aren't your everyday graffiti pieces. Muse creates horrifying displays using the bodies of his victims, turning crime scenes into macabre installations. One of his most notorious pieces involves the disappearance of several police officers. Muse kidnaps them and uses their bodies to create a chilling mural, sparking outrage and fear throughout New York City. Daredevil, sensing the rising panic, takes it upon himself to track down this new menace. As both a lawyer and a vigilante, he's torn between his duty to uphold the law and his need to stop Muse by any means necessary. The investigation leads Daredevil into the darkest corners of the city and his own psyche. Muse challenges him not just physically but morally, forcing Daredevil to question the effectiveness of his methods and the true meaning of justice. Their confrontations are intense and laden with psychological warfare. Muse taunts Daredevil, suggesting that they're not so different, that both are artists in their own right. This gets under Daredevil's skin, adding an extra layer of tension to their battles. A pivotal moment occurs when Muse captures Blindspot, Daredevil's sidekick and protege. In a cruel twist, Muse blinds Blindspot, leaving him without his sight. This personal attack deeply affects Daredevil, fueling his determination to stop Muse once and for all. The Dark Art storyline reaches its climax in an underground showdown. Daredevil confronts Muse in his lair, surrounded by his grotesque creations. The battle is brutal, pushing both characters to their limits. In the end, Daredevil manages to defeat Muse, but not without cost. Blindspot's injury and the trauma inflicted on the community leave lasting scars. Muse is captured, but the effects of his crimes continue to ripple through the lives of those he touched. Impact on the Inhumans. But wait, there's more. Muse doesn't just tangle with Daredevil, he also sets his sights on the Inhumans. For those who need a quick refresher, the Inhumans are a race of superhumans with unique abilities, and they've established a community called New Attilan. Muse begins targeting Inhumans, kidnapping them to use in his twisted artworks. He believes that their powers and forms offer new mediums for his creative expression. This escalates his threat levels significantly. The Inhumans are understandably furious and devastated. Muse's actions spark fear and tension within their community, highlighting issues of discrimination and the dangers they face from those who don't understand them. This storyline brings the Inhumans into an uneasy alliance with Daredevil. Together, they work to stop Muse, combining their resources and abilities. It's a rare crossover that emphasizes the widespread impact of Muse's crimes. The collaboration also explores the themes of unity and the importance of different communities coming together in the face of a common threat. Legacy and subsequent appearances. After his capture, Muse doesn't disappear from memory. His influence persists, affecting characters and storylines that follow. Blindspot's blinding becomes a significant plot point, exploring themes of loss, resilience, and the cost of heroism. Daredevil grapples with guilt and responsibility, adding depth to his character development. Muse's methodologies inspire copycat criminals, creating new challenges for heroes to tackle. His legacy serves as a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of society. While Muse hasn't made many appearances since Dark Art, the door remains open for his return. Fans speculate about potential storylines that could bring him back into the fray, perhaps even more dangerous than before. The lasting impact of Muse lies in the way he pushes characters to evolve and confront uncomfortable truths. He's a villain who leaves a mark, not just on the world within the comics, but on the readers who follow these stories. Relationships with other characters. Muse and Daredevil. At the core of Muse's story is his complex relationship with Daredevil. Their interactions are more than hero versus villain. They're philosophical battles over morality, justice, and the role of art in society. Muse sees himself as an artist, and in a twisted way he views Daredevil as a fellow creator. He attempts to engage Daredevil in his art, pushing him to see the world through his distorted lens. For Daredevil, Muse represents a perversion of everything he stands for. Their clashes force him to examine his own beliefs and the lengths he's willing to go to protect his city. It's a rivalry that cuts deep, both physically and emotionally. Interactions with law enforcement. Muse's crimes put him squarely on the radar of law enforcement. His attacks on police officers strain the relationship between the NYPD and vigilantes like Daredevil. The police are frustrated and demoralized by their inability to stop Muse on their own. This leads to uneasy alliances, but also tension over jurisdiction and methods. Muse inadvertently exposes the gaps and challenges within the justice system. Influence on other heroes and villains. Muse's impact extends beyond his direct encounters. His radical approach and the fear he instills catch the attention of other heroes and villains alike. Some villains might admire his audacity and unorthodox methods, while heroes take note of the new kind of threat he represents. This awareness leads to changes in how characters approach their missions, emphasizing adaptability and vigilance. In essence, Muse becomes a catalyst for change, forcing everyone in the Marvel Universe to step up their game. Whether they like it or not, he's left a lasting impression that can't be ignored. Impact and legacy in the Marvel Universe. Cultural and thematic significance. Muse's character dives deep into cultural and thematic elements that resonate with readers. He embodies the dangerous side of artistic obsession, challenging notions of what constitutes art and the moral responsibilities of creators. His storylines explore the consequences of disconnecting creativity from empathy. It's a cautionary tale about how passion without conscience can lead to devastating outcomes. By pitting Muse against heroes like Daredevil, Marvel delves into complex discussions about justice, vigilantism, and the ethical duties of those with power. These themes add richness to the narrative and provoke thought among fans. Fan and critical reception. Muse has been a subject of fascination since his introduction. Fans appreciate the fresh and disturbing take on a villain, one that pushes boundaries and offers new challenges for established heroes. Critics have praised the depth and psychological complexity of Muse's character. However, the graphic nature of his crimes has also sparked debate about the level of darkness appropriate in comic storytelling. This controversy only amplifies his impact, stirring conversations about the direction of the genre. Potential for future storylines. The enigmatic nature of Muse leaves plenty of opportunities for future exploration. Will he break free from captivity? Could his twisted philosophy inspire a movement? The possibilities are vast and intriguing. Fans speculate about potential crossovers with other characters who might be uniquely suited to confront him. Imagine Muse facing off against someone like Moon Knight, or even Spider-Man. The clash of personalities and ideals could make for epic storytelling. Delving into Muse's backstory could reveal new dimensions to his character. Uncovering what led him down such a dark path might offer redemption arcs or deepen the horror of his crimes. One thing's for sure, Muse has etched his name into the fabric of the Marvel Universe, and his shadow looms large over the streets of Hell's Kitchen and beyond. And there you have it, folks. The chilling tale of Muse, the twisted artist of the Marvel Universe. From his mysterious origins to his terrifying deeds, Muse challenges heroes and readers alike to confront difficult questions about morality, justice, and the nature of art. Characters like Muse add layers of depth to superhero narratives, reminding us that not all battles are straightforward and not all villains are easily understood. They force our heroes to grow, adapt, and reaffirm their convictions. Whether you're a longtime Marvel aficionado or new to the comic scene, exploring characters like Muse enriches our appreciation for this incredible universe. They keep the stories fresh, exciting, and just a little bit unsettling, in the best way possible. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into one of Marvel's most intriguing villains. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let us know in the comments who you'd like us to spotlight next. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, keep exploring and stay super.